Hassan Diab and his supporters still dare to think his decades of legal battles might be over.
We are always hopeful that, the reason will prevail.
Then came the verdict from an ocean away.
Done.
Do these folks know?
We don't know. What's the decision?
The verdict is guilty.
I can't imagine going through this over and over and over as if it's, condemned by the gods. That's what I feel.
In October 1980, the bombing of a Paris synagogue killed 4 people and wounded 46 others. Diab was arrested in Canada in 2008 and extradited to France 6 years later. He has always maintained his innocence. Diab spent more than 3 years in prison there before judges ruled the evidence was too weak to bring him to trial and found he was likely in Lebanon at the time of the bombing. Diab returned to Canada in 2018.
What happened to him never should have happened. And that's why we've asked for an independent external review and make sure that it never happens again.
Now Diab's son says if there is an extradition request, Trudeau must refuse it.
I'd want him to honour his words and prevent a second extradition.
In the years after his return to Canada, French prosecutors kept pursuing the case against Diab at the request of survivors of the bombing. Some of those survivors reacted to the verdict. I remember putting the flames on a motorcyclist's legs out with a bag, this woman said. Let Mr. Diab come and defend himself here if he's not guilty. On that, the Prime Minister on Friday gave no definitive answer.
Obviously, we will look carefully at next steps, at what the French government chooses to do, what the French tribunals choose to do, but we will always be there to stand up for Canadians and their rights.
So, Rafi, no official word yet on the French government submitting an extradition request.
That's certainly what the prosecution in Paris is pushing for, but the Justice Department here says such an ask by a foreign government would be confidential until it's revealed in open court. Meanwhile, the NDP says the Liberals should block any extradition.
All right, Rafi, thanks very much.